I know you know.
That's right.
Have your attention, please. Bob Chu, would you like to lead us in prayer? Y'all stand.
Father, what a joy it is to gather together and have this privilege of really expressing ourselves, of being together with harmony in our hearts. Whether we agree or not on several things, still we want the very best for our town and for our country and for our citizens. Give our council persons wisdom, guidance, and may we honor you in all we say, think, and do. We ask in Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Together, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. By the dawn's early light, Lord.
There you go, Bob.
We call this meeting the city of Seymour to order. Can I get a roll call, please?
Jim Ashley?
Yes.
Mary Carpenter?
Yes.
Megan Chris?
Yes.
It is determined as a quorum.
You guys all got that?
I don't think I should rule on them because I was.
I'll make a motion to accept our minutes.
All in favor?
Sign that.
Nadine? You in favor, Nadine?
Yes, yes.
All right.
Yeah. I said, yeah.
Now, the approval of the bills. Do you have some questions on that?
This American Pride, 460, is that the 1 month?
That's 4 weeks.
4 weeks, okay.
1 month, sorry.
Same thing, it's that same thing now.
Okay.
This, what is a 3-phase meter for 11?
That's just gray stock. Actually, just to replace one. I forgot to replace.
I have a question on these, street signs that we bought, where are we putting them?
They're those ones that we're replacing that were mandated to replace to get that reflector, the depth reflector.
Thank you.
And that should do it.
Yeah.
Now, then we go to the name. You have to change the name ones now to lowercase. I think that's what it is. Yeah.
Street signs are all lowercase now.
Oh, they're all lowercase now?
No,
They-
that's what you have to move.
That- yeah, that's what it is.
We have to move them to lowercase or uppercase,
Lower.
Oh, lowercase and that and reflected.
but that doesn't make any sense, uppercase and real.
Each of the three, yeah.
Barnes
That's
and
all.
Noble, 21183, we're still buying books, the radio from the library.
Still buying books, she's still buying them. The budget will be different this year, so it won't be as much.
These are all
We're
budgeted,
still on
old budget.
Yeah.
old budget, but
LED street lights, what we're replacing, some
Stock, yeah.
lock nuts.
It's big stuff for electrical, probably just stuff. That stuff is not cheap. It's not like a little washer.
T-shirts, $1,080, what's that?
That's those orange shirts Chuck brought to you guys. Want to buy
we're
those?
eliminating the mayor front.
Yeah.
Yes.
So this is like a one-time thing,
Yes,
so that's for everybody, right?
yes.
Security monitor, 420.
That's annual for alarm. an annual fee,
For the arms,
security system here.
just in this building.
Uh-huh.
Is that how, for how long? A year?
Yes.
I guess, field fire claws and hooks. Is none of that, can none of that be paid like with the 3/8 sales tax? Is that from the fire department?
Mhm. I mean, he put it out of his equipment line, but I mean, I can, you guys wanna pay it out of the maintenance, or the sales tax? What-
I don't know that clawed hooks qualifies maintenance.
Or qualify as capital.
Yeah, capital improvement, and I think that
But it is what,
It is, yes,
Yeah.
and I think it,
and the fuel 22.54. Now, how long is that for?
1 month. That's for everybody, police, lawnmowers.
And earplugs and safety glasses, Granger. Is that for the fire department or?
That's everybody. Yeah, just they keep them out the shop, and when they need them, they grab them.
Harry Cooper Supply Company on the meter, aluminum pipe on rods, circuit bender, breaker box, all of this equipment is for what?
Mitch had it all as stock, just probably maybe getting ready to do some more polls, or I'm not sure.
Okay, that, is that the 22,000? Okay,
it's all
32.
coded by like
31, 21.
in the distribution.
Yeah, 22.
It's all 5. That's how you control
yeah.
electric.
They spent $22,000 in stock. So what you're saying,
That's what it said on his thing.
and we don't question that in anticipation
That's what I'm,
of things that are going in.
we'll just have to, probably have to get back to you later on that now.
It's budgeted stuff, and, we're just building the stock up before budget time. We just say-
$22,000 worth? Wow. Looks like you built a little bit of.
If it does fix the electric in a matter of hours versus days, then yeah, why not?
I know.
One thing we found too was that in the past, there hasn't been a lot of infrastructure allocation and spending, so I think they're having to play to some degree some catch up in terms of building up some stock.
Well, it's always just amazing how many dollars worth of equipment is sitting in our garages, like when they had the fire. How many dollars worth of stuff was lost?
We lost a lot. in that
It
fire.
was budgeted, so it's just a lot of money.
We killed $3,100.
That's for that
expensive.
55 gallon.
We've talked about the last time when we
It's
were,
very expensive,
Mhm.
but it's good stuff.
in
It's
in
100,
Westerdale Estates, for example.
Yeah, well, I know we're talking about that, but
It was
my
there,
daughter
it was
worked there,
15.
and she did it, when it hits, it kills. On Robert Crump, did he go to a fire or
on what?
Robert Crump?
Oh, that's payroll.
Yeah,
That's,
I know, did he go to a fire?
no,
or
that's
is he-
that's his emergency management pay.
Okay.
I think
Oh, shoot, that's
7,200.
Bob.
Yeah.
Forgive. Excuse me. I don't think of him as
I
a
know,
Robert.
you have to,
I do not think of him as a Robert. Credit card fees, $436, was that?
that is, no, it's, we take the card payments here, and then, the credit card company charges us, but we get it back. We pass on to the customer.
More books for 26, 60, and 101.
Mhm.
Portable radios. Is that?
That's Sean. He had that in his budget.
And that wouldn't be a department,
Fire department, he may have put it as equipment line.
but fire department pays for it.
Yeah, and he did have it in,
Aren't some of those book purchases too, Leslie, have
Magazines.
pass-through spending in so much as the Friends of the Library?
most of the time, yes.
And then above that, we've got, what, almost 18,000 a year that that comes from the
Blind Children's.
Good Children's Trust.
Yeah.
Holiday Inn 170, how many nights is that?
Probably 2 nights.
I've hit it.
Oh, I don't. I can find out for you though. Who is it?
Move back up.
Andy.
I'll second it.
All in favor? Next on the agenda, we have Decker, and if you could, be the guy.
Get pictures.
No, I tried to go through the.
Thank you.
Yeah, I do. I just wrote down saying
I'm Marshall Decker, Decker's good. I'm the senior. Guys.
On club?
I'm real close.
I'll run through the report, just hit the highlights. It's for June 30th, 2017, so hopefully by August, September, we'll have y'all caught up. And just pass off. This kind of got slowed up because of the issue on the park. Setbacks. It took us a month or two to get the footnote from the electrical provider. It's supposed to have like almost one-page statement in there about the electrical source, so on and so forth. And when they finally sent it to me, I read and go, that doesn't say anything. It's supposed to be in there. As far as the opinion, it's page 1 and 2. Format, it's several years past. You got first paragraph is what called scope. It says all states are covered by the opinion. That's council management's responsibilities. Always say if you don't take the meeting to get it right, it starts. Susie, she was down at another town, well, there's still something to my attention. So then we fired an email back to the mayor saying, it's kind of flagging. Day-to-day activity tells you more of what people say than sometimes on the audit process. Then 3 paragraphs on officers' responsibilities. It's what we call baseline, it's doing accept auditing standards. You get into grants or certain loans, you step up what we call yellow book, or now we call it uniform guidance. You get grants more than $750,000, that just means more opinions, more schedules. Top paragraph on page 2 is what's called clean opinion. I always like to remind people that just saying as you read it is correct. Doesn't mean it's always what you want to see. But if anybody's looking at cash, sales tax, property tax, the line items, they're true and accurate. So is your fund balance. It says, in our opinion, the financial statements refer to above present for in all material space, financial position of all those active units. The city of Seymour as June 30, 2017, change in financial position, bank bonding, that's it. If any one other opinions, what we call qualified opinions, paragraphs, it says, except for this problem, everything else will be okay. It says, you shouldn't even be reading this stuff. I've never issued one of those. There is, we won't go there. Then the next paragraph is just that the supplemental information is in the back. We don't give an opinion on that. And the MD&A letter is not accompanied with the report. It goes back several years ago. They came up with a report that's supposed to make it easier to read. It really doesn't. And because easier we have to put it together, it just adds to your audit costs. So unless you really want it, it's not necessary. So we kind of just put the paragraph in there saying, you're not going to find that in the report. Page 6 is the highlights of what we call governmental funds. The format looks different from electric, water, sewer. One is kind of business format, and this is a governmental format. That means capital outlay, you have debt payment, which good news, you have no debt. You have debt, principal and interest, they'll involve expenses. The non-major funds, there's a what we call a 10-5% test to determine big fund, little fund. Non-majors are little funds. I don't come up with this stuff, that's just what we have to do to make it right. That's not part of the opinion, it says as per the instructions on AICPA. General fund revenue $555,536.58.107. Debt 70. That was made up with a couple years ago. Fee and lieu of $268,465. Sell some assets. Transfers to and from. So the net change for general fund $215,070 brought the deficit to $4,143. So I mentioned in the past you're not supposed to have brackets on your fund balance. I'll cover that a little bit more. At least you've made progress. 215. Hopefully this year, June 30, 2018, those brackets will disappear. We'll be getting back to positive balances. Where that balance should be, that ending fund balance, is if you take your line item total expenditures, divide that by 2, so it's like $429,000. That'd be a great number. That's a positive number to have on. And, fourth to half of your expenditures is about general fund, where you should end up at. Park, 187 expenditures, 246,893, decreased 59,585, ended 248,254. Park fund, that's fine. Talk about the sales tax in a minute here. Parks, as long as you got a balance, you're okay. Cemetery, 30,534, expenditure 29,768, went to a plus 766, ended 296,992. Library, 61,615, expenditure 97,219, transfer in 52,713 plus 17,109, still had a deficit of 29,868. On the water, sewer, electric, your profit, what you would call profit and loss, it's on page 9. Here's how I'm going to go through the balance sheet. We kind of cover what your balances should be. And usually what you're interested in is money in, money out. Electric fund, not to go through all the numbers, but electric fund showed a net increase 73,349. The water was plus 12,345. Sewer a negative 11,455. All three still had pretty good net position ending balances. Okay? And what is, remember council, what you want to flip to page 10, that's called statement of cash flow. And that pretty well, the easiest way to read that, if it's got brackets, that's a use of cash. If it's a positive number, that's a source of cash. And for operation, you look at in the middle there, net cash increase, decrease for the year. So your cash position increased 82,139, brought it up to 1,233,131. Water showed a decrease 7,816, still had 75,369 ending balance. Sewer plus 173,772, brought it up to 243,019. Watch out one more year. Sometimes if you're on allocation, water and sewer a lot of times kind of hard sometimes to separate the bill between water and sewer. But sometimes if you see it year after year, it just says the water rates need a little bit higher and sewer rates not an increase, but it's kind of balancing that increase. So I'm not too worried about that. Your ending cash balances are in good position. You've got cash and CDs. Electric $1,233,131. Kind of add your expenditures, suppliers, and employees. It's about $1,000,008. So you have 9 months of cash there. So usually, as far as operation, you got 60 days in good shape, unless you're setting money aside for future expansion of the line or replacing major equipment. Water 75,369. About 73,000 is a year's worth. You're 75,360. So you're okay. You know, you're going to deficit a couple of years. You can withstand that before you have to look at rate increases. 243,019 in the sewer.
Yeah, expenditures, that's about $182,000. So all three of those for utilities want to get a shape. The way it goes after that, your notice of financial statement goes over common policies, your full accruals, all read kind of the same. It goes to cash, and it goes to depreciation schedules, debt change. You have any loggers, because you're participating now, loggers said no. The one thing on, about 3 years ago, we had to include that in financial statements. You have a net positive position, you have net positive cash, $195,619. So that's saying you're going along just fine as far as what you're putting in versus what they anticipate you might have to pay out. You'd be concerned if you had a negative position, net pension liability instead of net pension assets. That's a hard one. Everybody's always asking, well, should I be worried? No, it looks like you're okay on that. They said, solid commitments and power purchase. Also, the guy that made that, Missouri Joint Municipal Electric Utility Commission, he called me personally, talked about that footnote. And it's a good looking footnote, I'm saying. He did a good job. He was worried about State Hard's office because of wanting to, they keep saying that should be a joint venture between you. So joint venture means we'd have to incorporate some of yours. I go, no, we don't want to go there. That's not a good thing to do. Okay. Back there on 29, we talked about deficit fund balances. We've been down this road before. Good news, you are making progress from when we first started, getting that squared away, getting that taken care of. And I've seen 2018, 17-18 budget. So hopefully, word of caution, you can't. I've had this discussion with another town. If you start out with a negative fund balance, you can't budget expenditures greater than income. You've got to go plus until you get the plus side. Once you have a plus number, you can have years where you maybe for capital improvements, you got to spend more than you bring in, but you got to have money to start with. And for what it's worth, that's violation of state statute. Adopt a negative budget. Okay. People say, well, what happens if we do that? Well, there's 40 and tells you not to do that. No real consequences to that. But we're making over 3 years, been adopted, in love, we're doing changes, and that's looking better. On the loose leaf letter, the national that on page 3, we went over what some prior issues were. 4 is a follow-up on that. And there, I think we talked about that. Park sales tax. Park YMCA attorney. Yeah, loose one. About the 3rd page. Did you get one?
This one.
It should have been back.
Yes.
Yeah, it's loose one. I think last fall, the YMCA attorney called me. I know him from years ago. He's a boy from Granby, goes way back. What he sent about a 5-6 page letter, and what he's done municipal work before. Is that when it was set up, the 3 years passed, so anybody had to complain about termination of the due date. Jail bonds are paid off, so that date has passed. The next due date comes up, 20 years later. The question is, a normal bond issue would be 20 years. So when you hit 20, an issue could come up. So I think we talked about that.
Receive sunset.
You have to get that language out there, redo it. I think the way he had researched it, he said when they were doing it, they were thinking they were going to do a geo issue. I said, well, you never put a sunset date with an operation. You put two things together there. So anyway, for clarity, that needs to go back out, have a vote, get the language right on the property sales tax. You need the property sales tax in order to operate.
Yeah, so
Yeah, we can't do without it. I think he's working on I would recommend to have a purchase policy and a policy on minimum fund balances. That goes back to what I said, on the general fund, the minimum, you should have 1/4 of operating expenditures or half. So $200,000 to $400,000, you should always have a policy rule not to spend below that level. That's what a minimum fund balance policy is. General fund, library fund are negative. Hopefully with your budget this year, you those positive balance.
those were both addressed and both were adopted.
Okay. And because you have no debt, fee in lieu of, that's legit. But you can move, with no debt, you can move money from water, sewer, electric over to general, cure that.
Right.
But, knock on wood, you can't get in that habit because if you pass a revenue bond issue, somewhere in those 100 pages, there'll be a nice big paragraph that says, thou shalt not use this money for any other purpose other than what it's for. Now slam your door shut. And I've had 2 or 3 towns live off that.
We like to call it pay as you go, Mark.
Well, and I was talking to state auditors, not different people, but state auditor one time, I said, if I was really honoring us, the citizens, I thought I had enough money to hire an attorney and pay for that. Said I would sue a town on Hancock Amendment if they were moving money from the electric fund or the general fund to pay their expenditures. Because electric, it should be for the services you give to me for electricity. If you're supplementing the general fund with that, then you're paying for police administration, electricity. You have to be old and have gray hair. Remember the Mel Hancock Amendment. But back then, everybody scared to death for the raise.
Oh, we had state auditors bring up some issues. Well, yeah, I told the process, well, then we'll have 21 electric ones.
No. Yeah, they can't go out and count the light poles and put matches straight on. I see your logic.
Well,
Nice try.
The 550 communities in Missouri that would be facing the same, you know.
Not all. All the I do.
I'm just saying, well, public utilities.
It might be, but they need to get out of that mode if they are doing that.
That's why we're trying to do things to enhance sales tax.
Well, that's your out. I know in one town, we talked about sales tax, transportation sales tax, part, once you get that, in a small town, that's almost a necessity. I know, but because the property tax base is never, a lot of times where you got locked in, say 34 cents a dollar in a general, you have to, you can't ever get it back. Sales tax is a better rate than property tax.
Detail, that's kind of the.
Yeah, well, 2 stories real quick, if you, which we do in Kansas City, the farms are exempt. Things like Aurora as a Walmart supercenter, about same size towns. Lamar brings in a lot of the sales tax because it's a true farming. Right. So it doesn't always, yeah, it's better than nothing, but it don't always work out. And then on that part, you pass a part of the police/fire sales tax. Leslie brought something to me about how do we pay out of here. You need to look at that. Council give a memo or directions as to what to pay or not to pay out of that. Because as I read that, you could swing a couple of different ways depending. But for the staff, and please don't call the auditor because I can't make those opinions. But we need direction on what you consider legit.
You're covering the ballot language, Mark?
Just from a ballot language, I read it 2 or 3 different ways.
But from ballot language, you can make ding or anything out of it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But to keep phone calls down and to have continuity, you're the council, 4 years from now, every council, the definition. But for someone else, you need to define what that means, okay? So we have directions, what to do.
We have made it directly months ago, the money on it. We have gone, so
At least 24.
other way around. Let's see, if you're going from a capital improvements, I mean, a fire truck
Oh, no.
versus a
Bigger
$30,000.
So I said, directional, police chief, or chief, I had knocked down dragouts. Not here, but other towns.
We actually have them kind of come to that agreement. among themselves
That's bad.
about that.
But as far as operation, see, police is 2, 3 times bigger than fire.
But this is a capital improvements tax. This is just a capital.
It also talk about paying debts.
What did, I mean, it's one of those questions, the same question you have the pool tax, Marshall, which is, are we following voter intent or are we following ballot language?
I think call on the part, talk about operation maintenance and debt payment, or debt.
That's right.
Operation maintenance covers everything from chlorine to whatever.
Right. But fire, I mean, I think voter intent was going to be capital rolling stock, but if you, we can use
Well,
it
that's
to
why it falls,
put mortar on the,
that's all the dollars you get.
oh, yeah.
Please define those voters intent, because that's your representative voters, all we need to work from you on that. I don't know, but
Do we need to come with essentially a statement that
Yeah.
essentially says how we feel this is saying?
yeah, because if you don't as a group, one that way, and then the city clerk's left in between the mayor and council or whatever. But if you have a statement, adopted resolution. then-
Well, I mean, it's an issue. I mean, you heard Nadine ask about 3 questions.
I did.
Yeah, okay.
Good question. They have to have direction. One thing on far now, good here, next, our district. Those are wonderful. See, Taney County has our district.
But we have one here,
Stone County.
right over there. We have a,
Our district has their own property tax, sales tax, they operate independent of the city.
so does this one. So it's
Yeah, right over there.
called Southern Webster County Fire Protection District. Taxpayer funded for the property.
Are you funded any farm?
Well, we're
We
talking about potentially
Yeah.
consolidating.
See, it's a Hollister, had a deal like department. In the Caney County Fire District. They finally gave them the fire station and agreed to share the property taxes. The fire district, and everything goes to the fire district. They're pretty healthy financially. I can tell you, Southern Stone County, Taney County, they're well heeled.
Well, here, if you just kind of grasp, it would strengthen the district here significantly. It would also strengthen us financially.
Yeah.
Because it would be, it's a win-win, really.
Not a big deal. It's a great, deal. The only hard thing is, city manager one time said, no, we don't have a police district. I'm like, oh, that sounds a little scary. For some reason. But, you know, you take county, local, in theory, the police department took care of the city, took care of the county. They probably operate more efficiently, and they'd have more money. I don't want to get close to politics on that.
Yeah.
Any questions you have? I'm hopeful that
What's interesting, you brought up the fire district. thing, I find that very
what I've seen, all I do, it's a win. Matter of fact, one year in Lexington, they had a fire / ambulance. So the first responders, and I try to get them to go to the fire district, have their own self-satisfaction town. Because that, let's see, Lafayette County, they could easily handle it.
Well, how does this work?
He loved it. He couldn't wait till he could get, it worked great for them.
On the, how is that elimination of the city? How's that working out?
For the city?
Yeah.
Texas, of course, better sales. They got wonderful fire stations, all kinds of equipment.
2,000 person,
Yeah,
good luck finding a better equipment department. I mean, we're flush. We've got nice bells and whistles for a city that has 6 fires a year.
I don't want to go down that road, but.
Well, consolidation, though, wouldn't eliminate that. It would just be a consolidation. It's
Well,
the
I've
same
seen
people.
that. Well, I've seen it. It's great for the city because it's not. And actually gives more financial access for farmers.
There's some more on the radio.
On insurance.
I wouldn't think so.
No, sick, no. I don't know,
I think IS is gonna,
Yeah.
if not.
You have the same equipment, David, that's getting us our ISO that we're going to transfer to the.
Normally, it's an improvement. Not a
It would result in a net savings of $6,000.
On Central Park District?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's, I have been also to look at it, I appreciate all kinds of statutes go,
Right.
how you set those up and boards and everything else.
Yeah, but they have it on board.
Yeah,
What if they get a contract for services? That doesn't require.
No, since they're already established, it would be more of a, almost like agreement, because they're their own political subdivision.
That's, I think, what we're looking more at is not reinventing the wheel, but maybe coming up with the JOA, have a joint operating agreement for.
Well, yeah,
Basically what we do now.
Yeah, really, it is.
It is, whoever needs help, go.
Yeah, but what you do,
We can eliminate a lot of costs.
you can hold it down. What you, like, cost or it's a percentage of the property tax. So, I mean, they always know then what they're gonna pay out. Just why that's why. So, correct the sales tax ballot next year or two. Give everything positive balance and we'll get their stuff. Talk about that. It's shit,
Well, speaking too much out of school, I mean, we have essentially, there's no financial misappropriation here. There's no smoking gun. This is, a poor rating, but who the heck doesn't? This is
If they have 15 gigs, you'll get the same 10 gigs every other town got.
God,
They haul for trunk control between.
Yeah.
Utilities.
there you go, and read the paragraphs.
You have no choice. You can't afford them. You can't operate like this guy. Inefficient. Okay. And
You did a great job.
know my phone number. Give me a call, get a phone.
We'll be getting ready for 17, 18 now.
Yeah. Hopefully, August, end of August, first, you basically, Chris will get all our stuff.
Yeah, I'll do.
Yeah. October, November,
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Marshall.
You're up.
It's always fun to follow the auditor.
Yeah, you just put me on the spot there.
Yeah, well,
I don't know.
Has the Seymour Ranch.
You guys are on cash flow.
yes.
What?
Chad, and that's good so far this year.
It's done well. I guess the only thing in there is do my growth after school program on one. We get that after school program.
Chad, why do you think Seymour's a little off on budget? It's like you're almost 20,000 short.
Yeah,
Actually, 18, 17.
I'm digging through all that right now. I'm trying to figure out. You know, I was just trying to get everything
Right.
put together in the last few weeks or months. A lot of it has been, you know, been trying to figure out this part of it too. Been cutting expense down. Again, I wasn't involved in this one. This expense.
Compared to the budget, you said.
Yes, yeah, we're working on the new one. Ours is our new. Memberships.
Have you guys addressed, you know, if I go, essentially, I pick up September 2016, where you've got 820 members, and then I look at May 2018, 655, what do you attribute the loss of members, Chad?
So you're on September.
Yeah, I'm just kind of doing, let's say, a 21 month, over a 21 month period
For
Seymour. That's kind of what we're looking at.
Yeah.
I can tell you honestly what those are some bogus numbers. This says people were terminated or wasn't getting drafted and paperwork, but it wasn't, they weren't getting out of the system a lot. You can see
So essentially, what you're using house cleaning.
yes, we're cleaning, you know, people have a return back.
Yeah.
They get terminated, well, and they did get took out of the system, and the system still shows. So I took a lot of, I took a lot of cleaning up the system, trying to get the actual numbers. That's the, but
You're working from true numbers now,
Yes.
it looks like, because it looks like you hit a lull maybe in April, and now you're maybe heading toward an upswing.
yeah, I mean, I had every go through that. I think you got some there, so just cleaning it right. You know, basically, on the do a silver thing, we roughly have about 100 programs. Includes, you know, they got a class in the pool, I believe, and just, you know what, out of all my, you guys had probably the program we have. I mean, you guys had 133 people participate in the weight loss program this year. That's unreal. You know, we do the chair dance, fitness. You know, it's great. We got 20, 30 people coming sometimes. Zumba's doing real well there. You know, we got 15, 30 members. We got Power Fitness. We've got about 5 or 10. You know, we offer adult softball, co-ed, softball, and then
got a great volleyball league here. And then we're gonna get back at it, get the men's basketball and women's basketball leagues. So start trying to get them going. And then, you know, the kids programs and just baseball programs, boys and girls, you know, we've got roughly 60, 70 kids participating right now in baseball. Yep. Basketball, a lot more popular. You know, you're looking at about 90, 91 kids participating in basketball leagues. The swim team, you know, you're roughly looking anywhere from, I'm just going off, you're looking at about last summer, you had about 70 swimming last summer, swim team. In your child care program, I don't even have a child care program, it's hard to get one, but I've got a pretty good program at my girls school, what I do.
How many do we have in our child care program?
We have about 15, 20 kids after school, but your all-day program right now, we're gonna have to have another one, 35, 40 kids signed up for all-day program. For the small town you have, we have so many kids coming there.
Does that program pay for itself, or is
Yes,
that subsidized?
Nope. It actually pays for itself. It's on page 5.
Right.
It's actually done real well. It's done, like I said, that program there is probably one of the best programs that Seymour's offering right now.
Is it this breakdown on page 5? I read that as the association breakdown. Is that a Seymour breakdown?
Yeah.
Okay.
The top one is Mountain Grove, and the second one is Seymour.
Very good.
Yes. You know, we do a lot of different events. We've got the dinner show, we do a ladies' luncheon, and we host a Santa's workshop there for the kids. We do Healthy Kids Day. You know, we did a basketball tournament. Like 10 teams. Had a lot of that here playing basketball tournament.
Here is preceded you. It sort of looks like, for lack of a better term, you're going through a cleansing of budget. In this after-school program, you budgeted a loss of $8,000 good, which is just quite impressive.
Yes.
What I'm used to saying from the YMCA budget.
I've got Megan down my girl does an after-school program. She's licensed, and they were really sent her up there to be in charge of it, and she's been on top. She comes up once, twice a week, does paperwork, you know, charges staff, gets everything going. Now,
On the expense side, you cut a lot, which is very good.
Yeah.
I mean, to date, right now, you've cut 5,000 out of your staff budget. Yet your revenue side's up, but almost 3,000 projected.
it's an after-school program. It's a very important program in this community. And we do the before school. There's a lot of kids who are early.
Similar type of reform we could be looking at with the pool. Is there a breakdown here where the pool is today?
Yeah.
What page is that?
Your pool is, all right, next page, that's the breakdown.
Okay.
And
Okay.
we're getting ready to do some maintenance and, do the pool. We're gonna do the pads on the dive, on the start blocks and stuff. We're gonna replace them. We're gonna actually get with the school swim team and our swim team coach and see how they want it, which ones they want.
So one thing we discovered in the budgeting process for current upcoming fiscal year was we noticed that the expenses of the pool for last year exceeded the entire revenue of the sales sales tax,
Well, I mean, take for instance, like,
right?
nightmare. Yeah. The week I did was
Right.
not what I wanted to even
Right.
think about here. If insurance wouldn't cover it, $50,000. I mean,
Wow.
which the insurance coverage, we were less than that, but if we had to replace it, we didn't have to replace it.
Right.
Just, people don't realize, I mean, you're looking at dollars and just,
Right.
you know, almost that much in just natural gas. It's about 750 a month.
But that's, both of these pages here, it's a lot less than you're spending. Is that,
Yeah, I'm not really sure. You know, I think they just went in there and went,
That's the same thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
500 straight across the
oh,
month.
okay.
But yet again, you know, it costs that much to run it every month. You got, you know, even, we got almost $530 just for repair. Yeah, you know, and like I said, most of that was bad. It was horrible, but we've got a little money. You can see in the front page, we're going to do some repairs that need to be done for this.
So how many people are they actually paying? Working for?
What now?
How many people are they actually on payroll?
On the payroll, I didn't have it, but how many people were you over?
20?
Of course, a lot of that is going to be 10, 20.
Some of
Yeah,
people,
well,
some of,
right,
yeah. You know, when I'm talking to Chad to do programs going for the kids, we're gonna try to offer soccer, hopefully. There's start with the little ones, just kind of get involved. And actually, I've got a little little girls volleyball league, and, you know, if they can get enough to play, we might, it's really pretty good. It's entertaining. The main problem is, if you look back at the front page, you know, we've been in a deficit here, but just the Seymour branch. Right now we're 55,899 in the hole for just the branch for the year. And actually, what I was coming today was to see if, you know, see if you guys can make it up your annual contribution. And what you have been. From what I can go back, that's the original, what you've been giving since we opened up, was 20,000. Does anybody else know? I couldn't go back no further.
Yeah.
That's all I know.
Yeah, you know, I look back, minimum wage in 2001, 2002 was $5. You know, minimum wage is up $7.85 now. Electricity, natural gas, all of our expenses, without having to start kids to expect. I hate to do that.
You're an actual loss. The 55 is a missed target. Your actual
No, our
loss.
actual loss is 55. Budget is 11.
I got you.
Yeah, no, we're actually in the hole.
So is that due to
The pool is 52,000 in the black.
Yes.
Add those together, you're
We need pool money for the facility.
through this. How 55,000 in the hole?
Staff,
You're not charging the fees, scholarships here.
scholarships, ton. I mean,
What percentage of our membership scholarship?
I don't know percentage, but I can tell you we're losing $1,500 a month at least in just membership scholarships.
And that's essentially children who can't afford.
Children, parents, you know, families that can't afford the regular price.
I know that we've got
Yeah, we do.
you're making percent, so I mean, that
And
makes-
even programs. This month, because we already had signed up programs, but I mean, you're looking $1,000, $1,200 a year or more, just programs that you can't pay. Give nothing free, but we do cut stuff in half.
Gone through and analyzed of where the 55 is occurring. I mean, at least is it in the baseball? Is it
All in general, it's really been all in,
Sure.
like I said, $1.15, 5 times that 5.
Right.
20, per month, that adds up. I know natural gas is probably higher than it was back then, but it's just gone up, but we haven't, I was just looking for an increase.
It's the pool. I mean, your structure is a large structure. I mean,
Yes.
it's significantly larger than your facilities in, say, Willow Springs.
Willow Springs and Kabul are just storefront.
Yeah.
And honestly, even like Kabul, Kabul gives more, every, all of our cities give more than what you guys have.
What does Kabul give?
Yeah. Kabul gives 27. If you'll look at their numbers, like membership numbers, and I can go to program numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go membership numbers. You got 630. Let's see. Let me get. You got 655 members, which is 300 memberships.
Cool. 350.
350.
So essentially half.
Kabul offers no adult programs at all. We don't have any adult programs over there. So Kabul gets that much to just basically run youth programs and we got a storefront.
Yeah.
Willow's different. Willow offers, I'm going to go talk to them, but the programs we run over there really baseball and they offer no programs, no nothing.
What's Grove give you?
30,000. All my utilities.
It costs utilities. We don't make anything.
Which my girl pays. And I mean, I'm gonna have adult programs like they drag and film, get ready to do that. They might for me. Basically saves me, staffing.
Mm-hmm.
That was Kabul.
Well, Mountain Grove is, to some degree, an apples to apples scenario, and that their city budget almost mirrors ours. They're, I think, at 4.4, we're at 4.3.
Yeah, they give me 30,000, but they play, like I said, I don't pay any of my utilities. I mean, it's
Right.
really long. Basically,
So how much do you want us to give?
I'd like 40.
What you say?
What I like and what you get.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, I think, if we can start sustaining ourselves, programs, be able to provide more stuff, instead of, we'd like to do that, but we don't have money right now. That's kind of where we're at right now.
Well, right now, you're in the makeup phase, you're $55,000 in the hole.
That's right.
We just retired your debt to 35.
That's where we're at.
And you guys are going to have to do some
Maybe,
cleansing to,
maybe, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, because I mean, basically, sometimes at Mountain Grove, I could go out and save and using that money to, keep some of the times. It's not like Mountain Grove, it's one, so it's not that big.
you have the pool, which is in the black. That includes lifeguards. That's essentially as though the pool's its own separate entity. And that would include the senior programs that are in the pool,
Yes.
swimming related.
Yes.
So it's sort of its own self-contained fund.
Mhm.
But lots is happening in the building next
In the
to
building itself. Yep. Yeah, if you can just take the pool and set it somewhere else, and then you've got the facility right there. And, I mean, it's, I'll be honest with you, it was this way last year too. Last year's budget, I can tell you, they were in the hole last year.
Do we have higher kid traffic live than your other facilities?
You have quite a bit, honestly.
I've been over there, it looks
I
like.
know, you do. You know, really, me and Seymour are the only ones that actually have kids more after school, just storefront, workout rooms, so. And I honestly can say there's times I've been to Seymour after school, and you have just as much as I do. Come in and them out here running the streets and, causing trouble.
I think that's kind of the variable we've got to look at, that, like show it, 35 kids inside live in poverty. It's fact. It's fact. And sounds like what's doing you in is the fact that you're scholarshiping children. So that's pretty hard to practice. Well, you have a policy, do you not?
Yeah, we don't
a statement that no one is turned away.
You know, and a lot of these programs, you know, if we can build on programs, get some more programs in, say, so we can get this whole going, you know, I'll send it to my girl up here, play, and I know they're going to spend money. Grants right now are hard to get unless you're building a building. Most grants are wanting you to.
And your religious.
They want you to build a building and hire 20, 30 people. Now, there's a lot of grants that build buildings, but then you got to sustain it. That's the scary part.
Well, we approved the budget on Tuesday, and I mean, we're razor thin. In time,
Any little bit of
Are we the first ones you've approached?
No, I've approached my road race up this year. I've
How
already
much
went
did they, if you don't mind?
7,000. So you're the second one on my list, and then, I mean, and honestly, when I went, Mountain Grove was still good without it, but I got them race. So, my next year. The bull race there's last year. So
let's do this as a theoretical, just for discussion. What if we did find a way to give you an increase? Are you fine coming to us quarterly and letting us know your financial condition?
yeah, I can email you every month.
I don't want an email. I want you to come
I come every quarterly all the time.
and bring these, and we can
Sure can.
see how you're going to do your end of the bargain of clean up your loss.
Yeah.
Because that's, I mean, this is my business, my internet hit me in the stick, you know.
Yes.
If I, yeah.
Theoretically, some way to give us and come back in 3 months if things are better for us.
Sure can. There's times where, we have to spend dollars on stuff, that's where we get some time. And I can also tell you, last month, I should have brought month-to-month comparisons, but I didn't.
20 budgeted the money, you've already been given that, so we're not taking anything away from it. But again, I would like to have these quarterly powwows because I think this, Chad, we get periodically variety of complaints. And some of them are absolutely asinine. And some of them could have some validity to them. It would probably be healthy if we shared our opinions of status of programs, maybe especially since we're a fund. Not that we want to manage your operation at all, because I don't think it. And I think this is good dialogue, because I don't know that this has really ever happened in the past, where we've got a director willing to come to see us and to give us a true financial statement, and then to be honest and not essentially excuse it away, which has happened in the past. I wasn't in this council setting out here. That's essentially what happened, was grass is greener, poof, it's going to get better, which means maybe someone donated some money. That model doesn't work.
No, that's your bottom line right there. That is.
So what was you thinking?
I'd rather not, I'd rather just, let's decide an amount to give them right now. And I'm fine with him coming to us with updates. And if that doesn't work out, then you go back to 20 next year. I mean,
whatever you need to do.
Here's where you're sort of selling me. I'm not speaking for the board, but me. It's evident what's killing you is you've got members that aren't paying. But how do you fix it? They're kids and they're poor. They can't pay you. And you're telling me these child care numbers are, I mean, your baseball, these numbers are all really good in participation numbers. If we don't, long term, what's going to happen is we're going to lose services over here. I mean, just tell me true.
If I have to raise my prices, you might as well take.
Well, better yet, you're going to end a program that's a loser. Meaning you're not going to do after school care program or X program because the kids participating, and I'm guessing that a lot of children participate in any program, they can't pay. Frankly, you pay raise kids.
Oh, some just live there, I'm sure. I mean, for instance, yeah, you're like, I mean, I've seen it. I've got aunt and uncles raising kids, or I mean, most of my after-school program at Mountain Grove, I can also tell you, are kids that's living with grandma and grandpa.
Yeah, I'm looking at that.
And I know in Seymour, there's a lot of them are too.
Yeah, they are.
And you know, they're barely making. So if I have to raise my rates to, you know, even $2 a day, that adds up here.
We've got 35,000 black left in our budget, Chad. Just since we're all being honest with that. What would you say if we could give you 10? We give you, and that means that quarter you come see us.
I'll come see you every quarter
and tell us how it's going. How's everybody think about that? Six, can we afford that?
We can afford it.
I'd say 20. I wouldn't say 30.
That's what we're getting.
No. I'm saying raise.
We beyond what we see here and see what we can do financially.
Yeah.
I agree.
So you're saying
I mean, I don't want to put a Band-Aid on it. I want us to think past that in closed session or whatever and see what we can do.
Yeah.
Overall.
I agree.